It was a foggy October evening, and my partner, Sarah, and I were in search of the perfect pumpkin to carve for Halloween. We had heard rumors of a hidden pumpkin patch on the outskirts of town, and curiosity led us into the thick mist that clung to the landscape like ghostly fingers. The air was thick with an otherworldly silence as we ventured deeper into the fog. Shadows danced around us, and the dim glow of our flashlights created ephemeral pathways through the mist. It was then that we stumbled upon the pumpkin patch, seemingly materializing from the fog itself. Rows of pumpkins stood like sentinels, their orange glow muted by the dense mist. Intrigued, we wandered further, the soggy earth beneath our feet muffling our footsteps. It felt like we had stepped into a storybook scene, and the isolation only heightened the enchantment. As we meandered through the rows, a dilapidated farmhouse emerged from the fog, its windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The scent of decay lingered in the air, and we hesitated before approaching the porch. To our surprise, the door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit interior. "Welcome, weary travelers," a voice echoed from within. We exchanged puzzled glances, but cautiously stepped inside. The dim light revealed a cozy living room, adorned with autumn decorations, and an elderly couple sat by the fireplace, their faces obscured by the flickering flames. They welcomed us warmly, insisting we take a pumpkin as a token of goodwill. Grateful we chose a plump one, its skin cool to the touch. But as we made our way to the door, an unsettling realization dawned upon us. We hadn't seen the couples' faces. Unease settled in as we stepped back into the foggy night, the pumpkin in tow. A feeling of being watched sent shivers down our spines, and the mist seemed to thicken with every step. The path that had led us to the farmhouse was now elusive, and panic set in. As we stumbled through the fog, the atmosphere shifted. The air turned colder, and the once inviting pumpkin now felt like a harbinger of doom. Footsteps echoed behind us, rhythmic and purposeful. We quickened our pace, the fog becoming an impenetrable wall that obscured our surroundings. A figure emerged from the mist, a silhouette with a twisted grin and eyes that glinted malevolently. Panic surged as we realized we were not alone. The hostile stranger demanded the pumpkin, his voice a guttural growl that reverberated through the eerie silence. Cornered and terrified, we faced the stranger, the pumpkin now an object of contention. As his hand reached for it, a sudden gust of wind extinguished our flashlights, plunging us into darkness. The air turned frigid, and an otherworldly whisper filled the void. In the ensuing blackness, the pumpkin slipped from our grasp. The whisper intensified, becoming a cacophony of disjointed voices. When the fog finally lifted, we found ourselves alone in the deserted pumpkin patch, the hostile stranger gone. We stumbled back home, the events of that foggy night etched into our minds. The pumpkin, now a symbol of a sinister encounter, sat on our porch, a reminder of the thin veil between enchantment and malevolence. Beware the allure of hidden places, especially when veiled in mist and mystery. Not every enchanting encounter is what it seems. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. When darkness surrounds you, hold onto your light, both metaphorically and literally. Sometimes, the most chilling truths hide in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. It was Halloween night, and the air buzzed with excitement as I entered the dimly lit house hosting the annual neighborhood party. The living room pulsated with laughter and the flickering glow of carved pumpkins. The aroma of cinnamon and apple cider filled the air. Little did I know that the festivities would take a sinister turn as the night unfolded. The house, adorned with cobwebs and fake spiders, had an eerie charm that added to the Halloween spirit. My friends and I settled in the basement, where a gaming console and a spread of snacks awaited us. The atmosphere was jovial, and we lost track of time as we immersed ourselves in games and friendly banter. As the night wore on, a stranger caught my eye. Dressed in a tattered costume that seemed out of place, he lingered on the outskirts of our group. His unsettling gaze sent a shiver down my spine, but I dismissed it as a consequence of the creepy holiday atmosphere. However, as the clock struck midnight, the stranger approached with an odd intensity. He spoke in hushed tones about a portal to the other side in the basement. My friends laughed it off, attributing it to an elaborate costume and commitment to the Halloween theme. Still, an unease settled in the pit of my stomach. Deciding it was time to leave, I bid farewell to my friends and made my way home. The streets were empty, and an unnatural chill hung in the air. The Halloween decorations that had delighted me earlier now took on a sinister quality. Upon entering my house, I felt an inexplicable urge to check the basement. The creaking stairs echoed through the silent house as I descended into the dimly lit space. The flickering light revealed the outline of a figure, the mysterious stranger from the party. Panic surged as I confronted the intruder. His costume now seemed less playful and more malevolent. A sinister grin played on his lips as he muttered cryptic phrases about the portal and a chosen one. Fear gripped me, and I fumbled for my phone to dial 911. The dispatcher's voice crackled through the line, assuring me that help was on the way. As I awaited the police, the stranger's behavior escalated. He spoke of a realm beyond our understanding and claimed I held the key to unlocking it. Desperation and confusion clouded his eyes. The distant wail of sirens grew louder, signaling the arrival of the police. The stranger's demeanor shifted, his eyes widened, and he uttered a chilling prophecy before vanishing into thin air. The basement, once a haven for Halloween fun, now felt tainted by an otherworldly presence. The police found no trace of the mysterious intruder, leaving me to grapple with the unsettling events of that night. As Halloween faded into memory, the stranger's words haunted my thoughts. Beware the allure of the supernatural, even in the midst of celebration. Sometimes the line between fiction and reality blurs, and danger lurks in unexpected places. Trust your instincts, and if something feels off, seek help immediately. Halloween may be a night of tricks and treats, but not all surprises are harmless. The shadows cast by the festive glow may conceal more than meets the eye. The crisp autumn air greeted us as we embarked on a hiking adventure in the enchanting Catskill Mountains. Golden leaves danced in the gentle breeze, and the vibrant hues of fall painted a picturesque landscape. Excitement filled our hearts as we ventured into the wilderness, seeking the tranquility that nature promised. On the trail, we encountered a friendly local hiker named Sam. His weathered boots and warm smile conveyed a familiarity with the mountains that put us at ease. Sam shared stories of hidden trails and breathtaking views, and we felt grateful for the chance meeting that promised to enrich our hiking experience. As we continued our trek, a sense of unease settled in. The path seemed too quiet, the shadows too lingering. A glance over my shoulder revealed Sam's presence, a little too close for comfort. I dismissed the uneasy feeling, attributing it to the unfamiliarity of the terrain. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows on the narrow trail, the forest seemed to awaken with hidden whispers. The crunch of leaves under our boots echoed eerily. Sam's conversation took a darker turn, his anecdotes tinged with an unsettling intensity. My friends exchanged wary glances, mirroring my growing concern. The trail narrowed, and Sam's proximity became intrusive. My pulse quickened, and the beauty of the mountainside lost its charm. A gut feeling whispered that we were not alone, that something sinister lingered just beyond the tree line. Nightfall painted the mountains in shades of obsidian, and our senses heightened. Murmurs turned to hushed conversations as we quickened our pace, attempting to leave Sam behind. Yet, like a haunting specter, he matched our every step. Arriving at our Airbnb offered little relief. The secluded cabin, though cozy, felt like a fortress surrounded by an encroaching darkness. Shadows played tricks on our imagination as we locked doors and closed curtains. The unsettling feeling of being watched persisted. A knock echoed through the cabin, startling us into a tense silence. Peering through the curtains revealed silhouettes lurking on the porch, strangers cloaked in darkness. Panic set in as we realized the truth. Sam was not alone, and his intentions were far from friendly. Desperation fueled our actions. Frantic calls to the police, shivers of fear, and the realization that the mountain hike had led us into a web of potential danger. Sam's friendly demeanor was a facade, concealing a sinister motive that unfolded like a chilling nightmare. The minutes felt like an eternity as we awaited the arrival of the police. Each creak of the floorboards, every rustly outside, intensified the terror. The strangers outside persisted, their whispers cutting through the night like icy winds. The distant wail of sirens brought a mix of relief and dread. The intruders vanished into the night, leaving us to grapple with the aftermath of a hike gone horribly wrong. The police assured us that they would investigate the incident, but the shadows of that night lingered in our memories. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, we gathered our belongings, haunted by the realization that the mountains, once a symbol of serenity, held secrets darker than the deepest valleys. Sam's betrayal and the stranger's intrusion left scars that extended beyond the physical. Trust your instincts, especially in unfamiliar terrain. Hiking should be a journey of discovery, not a descent into fear. If encounters feel uneasy or overly intrusive, prioritize your safety. Be vigilant, choose well-trodden paths, and inform someone of your plans. Nature's beauty is profound, but so too can be its mysteries. Some shadows are best left unexplored.